Welcome back to the Loss Prevention News Network's coverage of the D&D Daily event live in New York. I'm Amber Bradley.
And I'm Joe LaRocca.
And Joe has our special guest.
That's right.
So am I?
Who are you? We're here with our special guest. This is Hedgie Bartol with Access Communications. Hedgie, you've been on the show frequently. Welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Good to be here.
And I think we're going to just have a conversation with you. We're going to put you on the hot seat a little bit.
A little hot seat, personal questions. But first, before we get to that, dun dun dun, we are going to start with what's new at Access. What is going on over there?
Lots of new stuff. Access is constantly innovating, coming out with new product. We have new camera models, of course. We also have launched a line of audio speakers. We're getting into the background music industry, or not necessarily the content, but providing the speakers.
So you're not going to be rapping?
No.
Oh,
no.
bummer.
Sorry and I certainly will not be singing.
Speakers, so when you get your speakers installed, could we rap with them?
You could rap with my speakers, but feel free to talk to them anytime you want.
Okay.
But we're also we're going down the path of more solutions as opposed to just cameras and product, bringing things together, making the integrated systems do what we've talked about for years and actually be integrated.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
It's a good time.
Sweet. Okay, so I have a hot seat question for you.
Bring it on.
And it's something Amber and I were talking about in one of the other segments. It's about looking at your career and rewinding a little bit. What's something you would offer advice to a young loss prevention or executive in the business that you've learned along the way and you'd like to share that with them?
I think the key is never make an enemy. Be nice to everyone. You never know who you're going to meet, who you're going to need to work with. And I learned this actually from who I consider the godfather of loss prevention, King Rogers. What goes around comes around. So when you have a chance to help someone in their career, help them. Because a time will come where you may need or want their help, and what goes around comes around.
It's great.
And maybe out of the kindness of your heart, too.
Well,
right?
it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
There's no reason to not be nice to people. There's no reason not to help folks when you can. Again, it's just the right thing to do. But it's surprising how many people forget that sometimes. And
we're here to remind people about the golden rule.
This is a PSA.
Yes.
Public service
we keep
announcement.
bringing it to the serious, but
We're
man, that's
deep.
good
I
advice.
know,
We're taking it
deep.
We're going to have Deepak Chopra on later to get a little cozy with us on the whole mindfulness aspect of 2017.
Exactly. A kinder, gentler year.
It's a kinder, gentler LP world. Not really, is it, Joe? No.
No.
Not really so far in 2017. But so we're all about value, right? Our whole theme through today and as we move forward in all of these segments is advice, because the industry's only fast break digital conference is all about value. Truly. That's right. But we have a couple more hot seat questions for you, Hedgie. You can't get off that easy with just one.
Oh, but
okay. So there was a guy in France that was 105 years old. Okay.
Is this a math question?
No math.
Okay, good.
Not for me. So 105 years old, cycles 14 miles. World record. Boom. I bet that was on his bucket list. What are some things you got on the old Hedgie Bartol bucket list?
I think probably for me right now, number one on my bucket list would be to see my my daughter perform on Broadway.
Nice.
We moved her here to
Very
New York
nice.
in August.
Oh,
she's pursuing
wow.
her career, and
She a singer or dancer or what
she's what they call a triple threat. She
Wow.
can act, sing, and dance.
Wow.
Well,
The
plug.
trifecta.
Is she in a show people can go
No,
see?
she's
Training.
She's
Training.
here taking classes and
Okay.
auditioning, just getting started in the industry.
Very nice.
And
That's
seems to be
amazing.
babysitting for every Broadway performer in the city. So
That works.
hey,
yeah,
it worked.
hey.
You have
Well-
to do what pays the bills.
And so to go back to your question earlier about what advice would I give, essentially my advice was coming down to networking and getting to know people and building your brand within the industry. Many years ago, my children would always be like, "Oh, Daddy talks to everybody. Oh man, why are you always talking to people?" My oldest has really learned that networking is what it's all about, and she's out there meeting people, getting to know people,
Very nice.
asking for advice, and has admitted to me, believe it or not, it's quite the reward when your kids admit you're right. Almost like if your wife were to admit it, but
You're still waiting on that one.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Keep waiting. Keep waiting.
But she was like, "You're right. I see the value now in just getting to know people, talking to people. You don't necessarily have to ask them for favors or anything. You just expand your network, and she's doing great. So,
Right.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
there's a bucket list for you.
What about you, Joe? We're going to turn it over to you. Oh, no, we're not.
We're
How
not
about that?
off the hook.
You get off the hook every time. But so you know what this is? It's a built-in teaser for our next segment. But right now, we're going to send it back to Gus for a little more LP value.